Hey everyone. In this demo, we're going to learn how to create an external style sheet so that we can link one style sheet to all of our files. That way, any settings or any changes that we make as we get further and further into designing our sites will apply to the entire site, not just individual pages. So essentially what we're going to do is we're going to take this information that we were putting in each of our individual pages at the beginning. We're going to put that in one external file, and then we're going to link that file to all the pages. That file is called a style sheet. It's actually called a cascading style sheet, CSS. Cascading meaning that the things happen in the order from top to bottom, where something at the bottom can overwrite and override something at the top. We'll get to that later. So first we need to make our style sheet. We need to make our actual file. We're going to do it at the main level of our folder that represents our entire process journal. So if I just hit Command N, I get an untitled. And then if I hit Command S to save, I'm going to call this main.css. CSS is the file type for a cascading style sheet. So main.css. Then I will start in my initial index.html file here. And the way that I link it is I need to be outside of the style, outside of the title, but still in the head. So I'm in the head tag, but I'm not inside of any of these other tags. I'm going to start a new tag, and it's a link tag. So we'll say link. Now, with the link tag, we have to tell what type of relationship we want this linked file to have to this page. And so the short code for that in the attributes is called rel. So rel equals, and then you can see it starts giving me options. Style sheet. And then similar to the way that we did our A links, like our hyperlinks, we're going to also use href equals, and you can see it starts giving me a list of files. And in this case, we want main.css. Then I just close the tag. So I've linked the file. And now if I cut, so Command X, the style information, you can see here in my live preview that the styling information is gone. It's all back to defaults. No background color, no text color, no link color. This is all just default HTML, Times New Roman, black text, white background, blue underline links, purple, meaning I've already visited it. So that style information is now gone from this page. So what I'm going to do is paste it in here. And then I can adjust the indenting. So I'm going to hit Command left squiggly bracket just to reverse indent these things so that everything looks, so that everything lines up. And you can see here, I did not copy the style tag. We just want the selectors and the elements that we're controlling and what we're setting them to. So back here, I can even go back and delete the style tags because I don't need them anymore. So when I hit save, you'll notice nothing's changed here. If I go to my style sheet, I can change my page color to something else, and you can see that it's linked and it's updating. So that's step one, was creating the style sheet and linking it to my main index page, my home page for my website. So now if I select this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy it from here. So Command C is copy. I'm going to paste it into my week 1 index.html file. So here, I'm going to delete the style. Again, you see it disappear in the live preview. Black text, Times New Roman, white background, purple link because I've already been there. Now if I paste this here, you'll notice it doesn't work yet. Why is that? The reason is because this index.html file is in my week 1 folder, which means it is not right next to my main.css file. So in order to link to this main.css file, I have to do the same thing that I did when I linked to the index.html file, which was up 1 level. So to go up 1 level or up 1 directory or up 1 folder, like backwards 1 folder, I use ... So as soon as I type ... you can see here the link, the href, the reference link, the hypertext reference for this is up 1 level, main.css. So if you look at your folder structure here, which is the same as if you looked at it in Finder, I'm in this file right now here. I go up one level, main.css. So if I hit save, I see that that's there. And now when I change something in my HTML file, for example, I can make it black, or I can use the hex value for black, which is all zeros. My A link, maybe instead of black, because I can't see it, I want that to be white. So now you'll see that this has changed on all of the files. Another thing you can do here, just to sort of set some spacing to start giving your page, your content, a little bit of breathing room, we can set a margin for the body. So if we type out margin and then 100 px for pixels and a semicolon, you see here, it's now given a margin to my whole page. So my week 1 page has a margin, my index page has a margin. So now things aren't sitting right up in the upper corner, starting to be some space around it, starting to look a little better. So that is how you link a page to your style sheet, or link your style sheet to your page, I should say. Now let's go ahead and make our week 2 page and start out with the base amount of information. And I'll show you how you can sort of use this week 1, which your week 1 page was probably relatively simple. So what we'll do is we'll say file new. And when we save this, we're going to create a new folder called week 2. And then inside of week 2, we're going to make that week's index.html file. And remember, this can start to get confusing because we need our main file in each folder to be index.html. This will make a little bit more sense later once we put this on an actual website. However, for now, just ensure it's index.html, all lowercase, no spaces, and you'll notice you have one in week 2 and you have one in week 1. And when you have them open in brackets, brackets does a pretty good job of trying to visually show you you're in week 1 versus week 2. So if we go into week 1, hit Command A to select all, Command C to copy, go back to week 2, it's empty, paste it in, change this to say week 2, change that to say that it's going to be our update for week 2. Now we've got all our base information. We got our linked style sheet, we've got our title, we've got our HTML tag around everything, header, body, and then we've even got our headline and the beginning of our content. So now we've got week 2 index.html, we've got week 1.html, and then we can go back to our home page and we can copy. So I'll select that, hit Command C to copy. I go to the end, hit return a couple times, hit paste, and I will update that to say to. I will update that to say to, and I'll just say start update on what we did for week 2. So you see here, starting to collect your list of your elements. Okay, so that's adding a linked style sheet and also creating the second week of your process journal website so that it has all of the elements by just copying and pasting it from that first week, which again, it's one of the simpler weeks. So you can copy, paste, you can delete the stuff you don't need. Okay, hopefully that's helpful.